Let me know when it's running.
All right, somebody gotta check it. It's live though. It's live.
It's live?
Yeah.
Shalom, shalom. Call the law Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. All right, double honors to the apostles. All right, who told us it's true. All right, once again, here in DC, we're out here to try to tell the people on that sign who they really are. All right, not the corporate names that were given to them, but their biblical nationalities. In fact, everybody, we want you to know your biblical nationality. All right. So lo and behold, I woke up this morning and found out John Lewis died. And I'm like, okay. Here's one of these guys that supposedly is an icon in the civil rights movement in Georgia that our people looked up to, all right? Always trying to get along with our oppressors. And for what? For what? Look what following the ways of our oppressors has done to our people, all right? Look at us come across the street, all right? Spirit always sends an example.
God.
But, you know, once again, we're out here to try to get the people who will listen, all right, who are of the elect to come back, all right, because time grows short, really short. I need to quit looking because I got something. Please.
This Proverbs 3 verse 31. It says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways.
God.
And our people never understood this. Now, one of the things that ticked me off about this, they could not wait to associate this man with the LGBT movement. Saying his last, however long, couple of years, few years, whatever, were dedicated, bringing civil rights to them. And that goes to show you, you idiots amongst our people, you're always trying to rub elbows with the so-called white man. He's taking your energy and using it for himself. All right? It did not take long at all. We're talking about Black Lives Matter, then the queer movement started up and joined with you, and you let them. All right?
Yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 5. It says, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished.
All of last month, June was Pride Month. Thankfully, we're out of that. But irregardless, everywhere you go, you still see these symbols of the rainbow. All right? They made a mockery out of something that was supposed to be righteous. All right? And turn it to mean, just outright wickedness. All right? Can I get
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, you want something?
No, go ahead.
This is Salaki. It's the book of Romans. Let's just keep it going. Good to go? I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, it's live.
Alright. It say schedule over there. It say waiting.
Maybe refresh it. Just went live, so maybe refresh it.
Nah, it's still scheduled.
Should be live, man.
Alright,
There we go.
It's good.
Back.
Shalom, shalom. Salaki, we're experiencing technical difficulties, but we're back, at least momentarily. But once again, once again, we're talking about the death of John Lewis, all right, the representative from Georgia, supposedly, an icon of the civil rights movement, and how it was people like this that we were taught to revere and look up to, actually leading our people astray. All right, hell then.
Yeah, I got another one. Go ahead. This is Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 1. It says, woe unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture. And if you know about a pastor was pretty much like a leader, of the people, that guided the people and instructed them, that was supposed to guide the people and instruct them in the ways of the Lord. Verse 2, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord power, the God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and have driven them away and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord.
And that's just it, you know. You don't get away. Eventually it's going to catch up to you. These sellouts amongst our people, you know. He's not the only one. I mean, he's, you know, in the spirit realm now. He knows what's going on. He knows the truth now.
When we read the scripture, it said, you know, though hand join in hand, you know, though he's joining hand with his enemy, all right, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. You know, so he got the judgment that was met, all right, that was due for him, you know.
And there are many more people like him and many more judgments to come, all right. But now I want to skip into something else. I get Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Because as I mentioned earlier before the camera caught off, time grows short, all right. These Edomites, these so-called white people, are getting ready to try to implement, you know, this new world order. And we're trying to still tell our people, come back, recognize who you really are and who your enemy truly is. Can I get Ecclesiastes 12 and 1?
Con. You got it up?
Got a precept?
Oh, that Ecclesiastes. I get it.
Go ahead and show us real quick.
This is Jeremiah 2 and 23. It says, how canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baalim. It says, see thy way in the valley. It says, know what thou hast done. Thou art a swift dromedary. Traverse.
Just said, we're telling our people, hey, to turn back to the Heavenly Father, but they saying followers of Baal. We trying to tell them, look, you following the wrong image, man. You know, and they gonna continue to walk into that image, and they're gonna end up taking that image to beast as this man is trying to usher in his new system, man. You know, it said, how can thou say that you ain't? Read it again. First part.
Son, this is Jeremiah 2 and 23. It says, how canst thou say, I am not polluted? I have not gone after Baalim.
Yeah, how can you say you're not polluted and you have not followed Baalim? And that's the people that's clean in their own eyes, man. Scripture say that in Proverbs, there's a generation that are pure in their own eyes, man. I can get that, you know. But and we try and clearly tell you that you polluted, man. You know, just like a woman that commits adultery on her husband, she's polluted now. You know, and that's what. And we looking at our people, we see them doing the same thing to the Lord, but they deny it. They'd be our people be the main ones still thinking that they are righteous, man. You know. Because they went to church, you know?
And this whole thing, you know, once you come into this, for a little while, you realize why these devils did what they did with taking certain books out of the Bible. Because it's still continuing on to this day, tells you how we became Greeks, following after our enemies' doctrines, philosophies, things of that nature. And our people, yes, they're filthy. All right, can't understand it, you know, now because they just can't see it. It wasn't given unto them yet to see.
Proverbs 30 verse 12. There is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. There's a generation, oh how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. He's just talking about how the pride of these people, man. You know. It said they declare their sin to Sodom and they hide it not. Well, that's our people. But then you let them tell it, they righteous, man. You know? I just seen, as I was doing some research for my video, I seen a post that said being gay is a gift from God, man. You know? That's their philosophy that they pushing out here, man.
Well, if I can say this, you know, that's what we read earlier. It said, "Who changed the truth for the Most High into a lie?" Man. That's a blatant lie, man. Yeah. You know. And I looked at the scripture that they tried to put, and it was talking about some men who have made themselves eunuchs for the Lord. How the heck did that equate to being homosexual?
Two different things.
I just didn't get it, you know. But they just come up with anything. You know, but that's that generation that's pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness. Now, how are you clean? You know?
Word.
Go get them scriptures, you know?
Shot a young man.
Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 18. It says, what profiteth the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? It says the molten image and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. Okay? And this is what the brother was talking about. You know, how people still worshiping the idols of Balaam and you know, the idols of this world. You know, you're still doing the same thing. And